Okay, you mentioned the Batman ones, and keeping Christopher Nolan in mind, what do you think of Inception, if you've seen it?
I agree with South Park. I think South Park nailed it. Yeah, they nailed it. It's trying to be clever. It's like, oh, what if there was a Matrix within the Matrix? Yeah. Which before Matrix Retarded came out, which was the second one, wasn't it? Matrix Retarded. I thought that would be it. That Neo because the machines were aware that he was becoming aware that he was in the Matrix, they programmed a new fake reality with him, where he met a guy called Morpheus and he was the one to satisfy the fantasy of getting out of the Matrix, and that was another level of Matrix. Which I should have copyrighted, because then I would be taking Leonardo DiCaprio and co to court and saying, look, you just copied my idea, but with sleep instead of matrices.
I do enjoy Leonardo DiCaprio's performances, to be honest with you.
My favourite moment of his was where Kate Winslet pushed him off her raft.
That was pretty, even though there was blatantly enough space for him to be on there too.
He was dead though, but I think it was something to do with, I can't remember. He'd said something along the lines of, push me, if we're ever on a boat and I'm frozen to death, push me in.
Just push me in and be cool.
Yeah, something like that. But I sat through that movie thinking I would get laid. And even with the promise of sex, I just...
Was this in the cinema or on a DVD release or something?
DVD. I don't know if it was a pirate or not. But, well, if there'd been a pirate in it,
imagine that, Titanic with a pirate.
I think what they should have done was climbed onto the iceberg, because everyone knows how it ends. So what they should do is climb onto the iceberg, and the ship's going to sink, they climb on the iceberg. Ship makes it to New York with no captain, iceberg sinks.
Or you could get, you know, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg involved, and it could have been an alien in the iceberg.
They're raping him!
And ruin the whole thing.
What do you think of Indiana Jones 4?
I will be honest with you, I refuse to watch it.
You've not seen it?
No. Should I watch it?
It's funny.
But is it just horrible? It must be horrible.
It is bad.
Come on.
It takes bad to...
What's it called? Crystal Skull? Or...
Yeah. I mean, the aliens, which is weird because you can watch Raiders of the Lost Ark and see all that power of God shit coming out of... But that's to do with archaeology in a way, and you can buy a cult and religion being involved with that. But, like, Indiana Jones is supposed to be about him going to, like one of the city streets up here, where there's like a load of old men smoking shishas, and then maybe he'll have a gunfight there or something, and then he'll find some old thing, and like red light will come out of it, and then the credits will roll. It's to have a spaceship take off at the end. Seriously, the whole city goes to this old city, and it's like a spaceship, and the crystal skulls, they do shit with your mind.
All right.
And they knew the skull was fake before they even made that movie. The Mitchell Hedges skull.
I don't know if this is a bit of a change of subject here, but I was thinking about Indiana Jones and how he...
In the bed or in the shower?
Either's fine. However, he, of course, is well known for punching people really hard. And, in a lot of movies, you see these fist fights that take place and people punch each other for half an hour and stuff like that. Or it could be Peter Griffin and the chicken punching each other for hours. In reality, one punch and it could all be over. This is English courage.
Most fights, they start with a bit of pushing, and then there's a bit of a headlock.
Yeah.
And then there's 20 people saying, leave it, man, leave it, leave it.
Always one girl crying.
Yeah.
Always. English courage.
Popular culture.
Could we think of something to piss people off would be nice, that gets a debate going? What's good?
9/11 conspiracies, if you really want to debate.
No, not that hard. I don't know enough about it.
But the towers couldn't have fallen. They must have been dynamite in there. And if you look closely, it's not a real plane. I'm not doing that. They drive me insane.
The government must love that, though. That everyone thinks that the government is smart enough to pull something like that off.
And they can't even stick a cigar in the secretary's vagina and get away with it.
I know. What is this world coming to?